Good morning.
Good morning.
Hey, Farmer Michelle. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. Welcome, everybody,
Awesome.
for joining our town hall, Common Ground World from Gala. We've been doing this for about 2 years and 3 months or so. And yeah, we've been doing this forever. That we're in here to tell you about game updates and answer live questions, answer questions you've sent in during the week, all that good stuff. And if you're on YouTube, or even if you're not, get on our page, like and subscribe, turn on the bells so that you know when we're doing these. You don't have to ask, although it is every Friday at 8 Pacific.
Every other Friday.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I know. We just recently switched to every other, so it's understandable.
That's right. we had my head in the code too much. So, yeah, so I'm Volcron. This is Farmer Michelle. And let's start off with our rewards headlines. What do we got?
Yeah, so rewards are all out and up to date. Everything through the Starlight Market Box one that was salmon panini and mocha coffee. Those are all sent. That rewards document for everybody is updated if anyone wants to look at it. It is in the FAQ channel right in Discord. If you don't know where it is, let me share a link to it quick in case you want that. There it is right in the Discord. So you can always go there and look at the rewards list and it'll be there. I try to update it as fast as possible. Sometimes I get a couple days behind, but it's all up to date right now.
Awesome. Panini. That sounds like a nickname you would give a sibling, doesn't it? Like, get
Panini.
over here, you little panini.
I'll have to try it out on my little brother. I mean, he's 34 now, but we'll see how it goes.
Well, everybody, listen, we have, of course, the big thing about this game that people love, or one of the three big things, is the competitions. And if you do great in the competition, you get Gala coin, which is awesome. But let's say you don't do great. Is there, Farmer Michelle, is there any other way that you can earn or be rewarded with an NFT or something just for playing the game?
Yeah, every month we do 3 different free NFTs. They're storage NFTs just for logging in and playing the game. They rotate each month. We do different like specific items that you can store in them. The one for August this month is honey storage. Let me share some art for that. The way you get those is the common one. You have to play on, I believe, 10 different days and make 25 trades. So as long as you log in and make a trade in the game on 10 different days throughout the course of the month, then you should be good to get the common one. That'll hold 10 honey for this month's specific one. The uncommon one is just for people who own nodes or node NFTs and you run them. You have to run them for 6 hours a day for at least 10 days throughout the course of the month. And then you get the uncommon one, which holds 25 honey in this case, since it's honey storage. And the rare one, which is the biggest one we have, is for if you log in and play on 25 days throughout the course of the month. So most days of the month and make a trade. You have to make at least 75 trades. You can do this on any game mode. So the events count, all your practice and your regular casual town count. Every time you log into your Common Ground World mode, slow town, that also counts. So 25 separate days, at least 75 trades, and you'll get the rare one, which holds 40 honey in this case.
That's awesome.
Yeah, the one for next month, I just saw the concept art for. It's going to be jam storage, and that rare jam storage, it's a beauty. The art team did a really good job on it. So next week I'll try to get some art leaks for that one. That way we can see what the jam one looks like. But if you like to make jam, or you like buildings that look like jam, you're going to want this rare jam storage for the month of September for playing. So
Nice.
go for rare. Play for at least 25 days.
Yeah, I love our artists. They make the cutest buildings. It's awesome. And units, of course. All right. Well, how about we hop into game updates? How's that sound?
Sounds good.
All right. I'll go over some of the recent fixes to call out. Although for our data fixes, things like art, if there's Z fighting or we have data problems like a unit is delivering to the wrong building or stuff like that, I'm not going to go over those because you can read those in the release notes. But I will touch on 4 things we fixed outside of that. So the Trade Depot view, there was a label. This was a minor thing, but the label was overlapping. Fix that. There was some code cleanup. I want to thank, if he's listening, I want to thank our new hire to our Godot team for doing that. This was kind of, I wouldn't call it hazing, but it was an initiation ritual where, it's like, okay, you're new to the team, doing there and fix all this minor stuff. Well, if you're a dev, you get compile time warnings, stuff like that builds up over time, and it can mask the real things. So for quality of code, thank you so much, new guy who isn't yet on Discord. Won't say your name, but real happy you did that. We did have a race condition in the client regarding some of the loading sequences, how this would have affected you. Probably not so much. I don't think anybody would have noticed it, but that has been addressed. We just saw some errors in the logs and fixed that up. And probably the big one that Farmer Michelle's been getting asked a lot is about the Common Ground World mode. Sometimes it doesn't load for people. And what we reduced that down to, I looked into that, is when you've been offline long enough, the fast forward mode still works. It's going to take forever. And we've optimized the CPU side of that as far as we're going to do that for now. It's just going to take a long time. So what happens is there becomes a network disconnect and you get kicked off, right? So that's not great. As you know, if you're playing in Common Ground mode, it forces you to have fast forward turned on. The fix I'm going to put in place is if you're playing Common Ground World mode, we're going to cap the time that you've been offline to something, probably 24 hours, something like that. Maybe you're thinking like, well, I don't see this in competitions. That's because in competitions, you log in every day, hopefully, right? They're only 3 days long. So that's why we saw this in the Common Ground World mode and not in the competitions. So those are fixes. Next up, daily challenges. Oh, shoot. I didn't say good morning to everybody. Sorry. I'll say it after the game update. Sorry. Blazing ahead. Anyway, daily challenges. This is the feature everybody's been wanting, since we did the rewrite. Actually, even before that, because we turned it off for Play Canvas. This is going to dovetail nicely with our guilds feature because you're going to be able to get rewards from NFTs you borrow from your guild leader, which is awesome. There was a live question about that. We'll get to that in a minute. So it's still in QA. It's officially in QA. It's gone through all of our dev tests and everything. It's looking great. It's fun. And it's running the nightly distribution here in our test round. So that's great too, right? Some of the features merged over the past 2 weeks. There's as you all may know, there's an inventory item tool down. So if you send an NFT to your friend or they buy it, let me rephrase that. Sorry. If you send an NFT to somebody, they cannot use that to earn, to get point rewards. You can't stick it in your town, claim with it, whatever, for 24 hours. And that's to prevent people trying. It's one of several things that we do to prevent people from trying to play sneaky tricks with NFT ownership. The thing I misspoke about a second ago is if you do buy an NFT, if an NFT has 0 previous owners, you can use that immediately. We don't have any. I don't think we have any earning NFTs immediate, like for sale in the store right now, right, Farmer Michelle?
No, I don't believe
Okay,
so.
yeah, because those are classic.
Mhm.
Okay, let's see. Other things about daily challenges. The guild leader. This was related to guilds, but basically, when your guild is updated, we also refresh guild leader info. This is kind of a minor fix. We added a warning if you're going to go claim your NFTs, but you did your daily challenge, but you don't actually own any earning NFTs. You're going to get a warning. You're going to get slightly better earning points on the summary modal. A lot of UI fixes, things like that. As you can probably tell from what I'm saying, a lot of this stuff is not like, oh, we added this functionality. That it's really polishing the feature now at this point, which is kind of one of the coolest parts of a big multi-month project. For the back end, however, we finished out 100% of the daily challenge back end work. That's very exciting. We have some internal reports, as you might imagine. One report is like, hey, for this date period, who filed how many claims, daily challenge claims? How many points did that get them? And then what was their on-chain reward? Currently, it's dirt, right? But our plan is it'll be soil eventually. So finish that, and then there were some vulnerabilities. We had to fix those, and then we implemented the triple validation on your claim. So it's validated in the client when you click the little "Hey, claim my rewards" button. It's validated on the gameplay server. Is this client even allowed to make a claim? And it's validated at the final stage at the DB server level. So, all right, boy, that was an update. Next, upgradable NFTs. So this is the big feature we're coming on after um, daily challenges. I'm going to share the big thing that's obviously NFT upgrades are super awesome if you play any kind of like collectible card games or any kind of other games where you can upgrade your NFTs. To me, I'm an XP grinder. I love games where you grind XP. That's kind of how I think about this feature. But um, let me paste in some of the UI rework that we're going to do for NFT upgrades because there's so much info. It's like how do you tell somebody the benefit of their NFT upgrade without a rework of our UI? So I'm going to paste 3 images real quick. This first one, rare cheese storage. This is now notice it's all black and white because the UI guys don't want to get distracted with color and things like that. So this is the general tab. This will be when you click on a building. You'll be able to see like what kind of proximity effects it creates, what the workers are, how many. You can see this already in game. They're ready to place stuff in the description and different tags like that. So that's cool. On the next tab for the storage itself, now this is just, let me paste this here. This will be the things like what can you store in here? Different. Obviously, this is from the UI guys, so they're not showing the exact examples here. And then the capacity. I don't know if you guys know this, but our buildings, like typically, let's say you have a building that has 60 storage. We don't do this currently, but we could specify that certain commodities can only be stored in certain quantity. So, like you could say, well, you could store 60 wheat, or you could only store up to 10 bicycles. We haven't turned on any data that does that yet, but it is a possibility. So we want to work that into the UI. I hope that made sense. And then the third tab, the upgrade tab. And by the way, these are just 3 of like 10 screenshots from the Figma that the UI guys are working on. They have really, really done a lot of work on this. So yeah, so this
I
one's
came to
pretty.
that Figma meeting that morning and I was so excited that I jumped right into Discord and told everybody how
Oh,
excited I
did you?
was for all of the new UI UX.
Awesome. Yeah, the upgrade. So we're gonna have upgrade materials, red, green, blue of different rarities, and each level has different requirements, as you would imagine. And there'll be little simple little line charts like, oh, you need 10 more red or whatever. Of course, this isn't final. When Mark was in these AMAs all the time, he made me put not final for test only, for AMA only over every image, but I hope my voice does it well enough here. So this is obviously not, it's black and white. It's not gonna be black and white in the game. So I hope you guys enjoy that. Hey now, yes, it is a lot of cheese. All right. And then last game update, we've been so busy. I'm keeping so we have our new user flow that the UI guys did, our game devs did, and all that. We shared that over the past 2 or 3 AMAs, I think, and it's things like the main menu is reworked. You get 100,000 cash in Common Ground mode. If you're a totally new user, it goes straight into Common Ground mode. It skips the menu and stuff like that. So that is being kept up to date with daily challenges. They're getting merged together. But we're going to wait until daily challenges goes live. It looks good. Everybody's happy with it. Then we'll introduce the new UI. So, woo, that was some updates. Hope everybody enjoys. Be sure to DM me or Farmer Michelle or just ask in CGW-discussion if you got questions.
I'm going to post these in one link and add them to the pins so that
Oh,
people who miss
thanks.
this town hall can find them really easy. Pin. Perfect.
Our very first question sent in ahead of time is for Farmer Michelle. Um, this one is about oh my god, about the Valentine's stand road requirement again. Um, sorry, I don't mean to sound exasperated. It was just we address this all the time. Farmer Michelle, how about that? Are we going to take the road requirement off?
I mean, there's really no need to take it off. It doesn't need to get an upgrade. It was sold with a road. I don't know. I mean, it's something we just have to discuss. It's just not a priority at this time to upgrade that NFT and give it more utility.
All right. Next is not a question, but it's feedback. I love this. It says, it's really cool to use new fruits.
It is really cool to use new fruits. We've got a lot of cool stuff coming. I mean, this most recent content line, I think, it was like a couple of months ago. I came in Discord and just asked Discord what kind of stuff they'd like to make in the game, if they could make any new crafts. And I took the most commonly suggested ideas and went to Wild Moopsie and was like, "This is what the community wants to make," and we like planned it out. So it's pretty exciting to go through this now that we're here, and it's really just from Discord comments that we came up with these ideas. So
Awesome. um, oh, here's a question. This is actually for Reant slash Wild Moopsie. But the question is about the rental split. Well, they're calling it a rental. I don't know if I would use the term rental. Rental means something specific in the NFT world. But if you're not familiar with daily challenges and guilds, what we're going to do is if you join a guild and you borrow the guild leader's NFT and you play a daily challenge and it's an earning NFT, then both you and the guild leader split the rewards. It's not your NFT, but also he or she didn't play. So how do you decide how much each split gets or things like that? Well, this player says, hey, we should be able to determine that. And I totally agree. That would be a really cool feature, and maybe Guilds V2 will do that. For now, the default value, we had to set it somewhere. Right now it's 90% the player, the claimant, the person who's using it. They get 90% of the points. The owner of the NFT gets 10. But guys, those are two numbers. Like we can literally change two numbers and hit a button and that changes for everybody. So if you think it's super fair, super unfair, whatever, let us know. So thank you for that feedback. Let's see. Well, next one's about the leaderboard. Player wants to know, can we get some kind of indicator showing if town is online or not? Yeah. I mean, our leaderboard, as you all know, it does not refresh when you're offline. We don't have a process that runs your town for you while you're offline. We designed it. It's just not ready yet. That and other features would be really cool for the leaderboard, but not right now, friend. Last one's for you, Farmer Michelle. Can we vote for a double meta, meaning transition from one to another meta at the halfway point of the competition?
yeah, I think that's a super cool idea. I don't think that we have any way to do that in the game, to like switch the meta and the boosts and all of that midway through an event without like a game update and everyone having to reset their towns, which would kind of defeat the purpose. But if we did, that would be super cool. I know the only other thing we had done previously when we were on Playcamus was when we had that what was that building called? The research center, where you had to like build a bunch of other things that weren't the meta to try to get a boost. And that was a fun way to do that. But yeah, I don't think we have a way to change the meta halfway through currently. It's something we can certainly look into for the future, but as of right now, no.
All right. Well, live Q&A. I'll start with Moise. This was about earning NFTs. And he said, or Moise said, well, let's just keep track of the NFT. And if somebody used it to earn, don't let it earn twice in one day. Well, we're also doing that. So in addition to, you can't use it the first 24 hours you own it. In addition to that, that NFT can only be used once per daily challenge. The consequence of that is that if you use an NFT or several to earn and you claim your daily challenge, and you're like, oh, I'm going to be a sneaky snake. I'm going to go back. I'm going to abandon my town. I'm going to start a new daily challenge. Same challenge, different town. I'm going to claim twice. All those earning NFTs are already used by you for your previous town. So that is in there, buddy. Let's see. Other questions about cooldown? Mafia, are there bots in this game? I don't think so.
Certainly hope not.
Let us know if you see some. This would be a thing we would address as soon as we see it. Scrolling back up. Let's see. One person, Bluezeth, how to claim the free honey storage NFT. The captain responds helpfully, go back in time and play for 25 days this month. All right. Okay. I think that's it for the live questions, too.
Yeah, I don't see many.
All right. Well, are you ready, Farmer Michelle, to talk about the upcoming meta?
Yeah, let's move on. So this week we did vanilla ice cream cones, and next week we're doing strawberry ice cream cones. So the cash boosts for that are going to be Icebox and Cornstarch. So Icebox are going to be up at 10,000. Cornstarch is going to be boosted up to 5,000. The strawberry ice cream cone itself is going to be worth looks like 20,000 stars. The requirements for a strawberry ice cream cone are 1 ice cream cone, 2 ice blocks, 2 salt, 1 milk, and 4 strawberries. So it's pretty close to the vanilla one we did this week. It's just that it's got 4 strawberries instead of whatever it was. I think it was 6 or 7 vanilla, 6 vanilla beans. So we're just switching from vanilla beans to strawberries and still making the same thing. So it should be a pretty easy week for people. I hope. I know last time I said that everybody got super mad. So but it's mostly the same event as last week, just with strawberries.
Nice.
Let's see. The biome this week is a desert. There is an oil seep. It's 122nd trade time. Still just 1 gasoline, though. And there's only 1 riverside. The other 3 are all deserts. So it will be a little tough for anybody who doesn't have any salty NFTs or salts producing NFTs. So there will be that little bit of added challenge. It's a standard Gala rewards week, no blueprints or anything. So just standard Gala. The reward chart is in the announcements in the Metabot command and also right in the FAQ channel if you're ever looking for it. After this event, the next one I believe is mushroom pizza. But I will not give you the recipe for our mushroom pizza yet. It's a secret recipe. You'll just have to wait.
And that'll be next week.
Yes.
Nice. So we're having strawberries in the desert?
Yes.
For this week? Cool. Nice.
Better build some ponds.
That's right. Huh. That'll be fun. I love the ones with the oil seeps. It just saves a step. That's cool.
Yeah, even for people with NFTs that produce crude oil, like all the haunted mansion pieces, that oil seep, you can just sell it right away, and that's an instant 25,000, I think, just for
oh my gosh,
taking it off your map. So it's a big boost when it's there.
You're giving out the pro gamer strats here. All right. And what's for anybody who doesn't know, what's the reward structure? Like, let's say you play in a competition. What kind of reward are you looking for? I'm going to paste the image here into Discord, but for our listeners, like the rank and Gala and all that.
Yeah, so it ranges from 1 to top 1,200 for Gala rewards during Gala rewards weeks. The top 5 get anywhere from 18,000 Gala to 40,000 Gala. Ranges like 6 to 25 go from 16,000 Gala down to 11,000 Gala. And then it kind of goes down from there. The lowest ranks 900 to 1,200 get 100 Gala, which is still a decent amount. I mean, it adds up over time as you get better and, get more into the game and increase your rank. So
nice. Well, do we have anything for sale coming up?
Yes, today at, let's see, 2:00 my time. So what's that, like 2.5 hours from now or so? We've got the Epic Ice Tower going on sale. Those details all got posted in the announcement channel yesterday. So it's a crafting building that has a speed boost when it's in cold proximity. So it does require a dirt road. It's got no wages. It's a full tile size like most other crafting buildings. The things that it will craft are strawberry ice cream cones, snow globes, mead, fruit pie, and chocolate covered strawberries.
Nice.
So all of those will have slightly different ingredients because they got lower ingredients since it's an NFT crafting building. So, for example, the strawberry ice cream cone, if you're crafting it there, will only need 1 ice block and 1 salt instead of 2 ice blocks and 2 salts. The snow globe will also only need 1 ice block instead of 2, and will need 1 less silver as well. Mead needs less yeast and less honey. Fruit pie needs less apples and less blueberries. And let's see, chocolate covered strawberries needs 1 less chocolate bar and no energy. And like I said, those craft times will be boosted if it's in cold proximity. So like the strawberry ice cream cone is going to be the same crafting time as it would in the ice cream shop because that building is also boosted by cold proximity, but the other ones are not, so they'll get faster when they're in cold.
Awesome. Yeah, the art's really cool for this one too. Love it.
Yeah, it's a nifty building. Oh, and the unit for that building is our lovable Professor Skid, our snowman, who just kind of skids through the town. So if you're looking to add an extra snowman to your town, this is a good way to do it.
I really want to sing that song and ask players if they want to build a snowman, but not going to do it. All right. Well, we are out of the live questions. We are through our sales and meta info. Last chance to say questions for us before we enjoy the rest of our workday. I think that's about it. Farmer Michelle, thanks for being my town star. Oh, Common Drown World. Thanks for being my Common Drown World town hall friend today.
Anytime.
Everybody have a great weekend. If you're on YouTube, like and subscribe, turn on the bell. We'll see you in 2 Fridays.
Definitely. Have a good weekend, guys.